Hey guys, Lex here, back for some more of the Great Ace Attorney. Last time we did a second investigation, found out not much. Anyway, let's continue the trial. 23rd of February, 9:23 a.m., the Old Bailey Defendants Antechamber. Oh yeah. Uh... Uh... Hmm...
This is it then, Mr. Naruto.
Yes, it's time to put an end to this now. To the miserable curse that's been plaguing Mr. Natsume, to everything.
And in my own small way, I shall do everything I can to help you.
I always appreciate your help, Mrs. Sato.
Suffering Saseki, selfishly sidelined.
Ah! Good morning to you too, Mr. Natsume.
Good morning. Good morning, locum student Mr. Naruto Esquire. Listen to you two chatting away happily as if the main player of today's trial isn't here. Why would you do that? Why? Oh dear. We didn't mean to cause offense, Mr. Natsume. Perhaps that's because you had your eyes shut so tightly you were meditating, finding inner calm. It seemed wrong to disturb you. I was waiting.
What's the matter, Mr. Natsume? You seem a bit different somehow today.
Why, naturally, that's because I've attained spiritual enlightenment.
Path of literature, you see,
Is a journey to discover one's own death.
or such sort.
That's the sort of morning conversation I was hoping for. That's why I had my eyes shut.
I missed the signs, I'm afraid. Somehow, you'll have to forgive me.
Maybe you mustn't talk of your path leading to your death, Mr. Natsume. That was just an example.
Oh yes, there it is. Inner calm.
You barely came to see me at all yesterday. I was sure you abandoned me and returned to our beautiful lost homeland.
Yeah, I was wondering why we didn't go back to see you.
We've not even been in Great Britain a week yet.
Yes, well, anyway, I intend to set everything straight in court today. I'm determined to uncover the truth. I forgot we just arrived here.
Oh,
I've actually reached an important decision myself. Oh, what sort of decision? I shall fill you in after the trial. Alright, going back to Japan, eh?
it would seem Mr. Sholmes isn't coming today after all. A very clever message, I think. My dear fellows, you must win this battle on your own merits.
Very clear message, I think. That he's overslept again. Yeah, I was about to say. The great detective, my arch nemesis.
Long may he stay away, if you ask me.
Defendant and your legal representative. The trial is about to begin. Make your way into the courtroom immediately. Today, once again, we face the Reaper. And when the Reaper stands for the prosecution, the defendant's fate is sealed. I don't believe in that legend any more than I believe in Saseki-san's curse. The truth is hidden here somewhere, and I won't let it escape me. I have to keep believing in my client and keep fighting to the very end, that's all. Yeah! 23rd of February, 9:40 a.m., the Old Bailey Courtroom. Oh no, I forgot how to voice everyone. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare the court to be in session. I call for the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. Prosecution is ready. Yes, the defense is ready. Very good. Now I shall call upon the 6 ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Chosen by lot to represent the will of the people in this trial. Are you ready to proceed? Absolutely. Justice will be done, you mark my words.
I feel obliged to say I feel especially ruthless on days when my head is sitting just right.
Oh, well, I wonder if you could just adjust my head for me. Oh, please be as ruthless as you like.
Thieves deserve to die, if you ask me. Especially gas thieves. I've no sympathy for the man at all.
Look, I said yesterday, I'll say it again now. I don't have time for this. I've got my own problems. Oh, may the Lord show us all the light here, and lead his flock to righteous verdict again today. Now, Lord Francis, what can you tell us? The prosecution's report, please, for the court. In relation to the theory expounded by the defense yesterday regarding the defendant's plea. Huh? So he does have the results. I'm stalling. Before the prosecution delivers the black news about the black tea belonging to the blackguard in the dock. Pray allow me a moment to savor the liquid of a more sanguine hand. In fact, I'll defer to the good detective for the report. Here's to you, Inspector. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. As indicated by the defense, we found a bar of soap just outside the victim's window in the snow. And there indeed was frozen reddish liquid in a little depression on the top of it. Yes, that's the tea. That's what Mr. Natsume brought with him that night. For the brains of the yard and analyzed it, and yes, you're right, it was tea. And there wasn't a trace of strychnine or any other toxic substance in it.
Oh, no poison at all?
In other words, the tea that the defendant brought with him to the victim's room is innocent. It's in the clear. What a revelation!
Yeah, that's crazy. So we end the trial now? We're done?
As expected. This makes it quite clear. Defendant, Mr. Sosuke Natsume, is definitely innocent. My learned friend is jumping to conclusions. A typical Nipponese reaction. What? Yes, it's true. No poison was found in the few drops of liquid recovered from the soap in the window ledge. But what logic is that? You take a drop from the Thames and conclude that the water in the ocean isn't salty? My word, the water in the ocean is extremely salty, Counsel. Exactly. Unfit for drinking. Just as the victim's tea was on the night in question, as the court has already heard. Bitter was the precise word from the lips of Mr. Williams Shamsphere, whom the prosecution now calls back to the stand. Oh, damn. Very well, I will uphold the prosecution's request.
Mr. Shamsphere.
Yes, it sounds like we're going to have another conversation with our theatrical friend. Bailiff, shoulder Mr. Shamsford to the stand. Mr. William Shamsford, the victim of this despicable crime. Oh heaven, oh hell, do you command me to remember? Forsooth, 'twas I, Shamsford, did have a bellyful of the foul fluid given in mine innocence. Yes, but as was revealed in yesterday's proceedings, the witness is not as innocent as we had perhaps first been led to believe. By using bars of soap such as this, he has been stealing gas from the supply company, yes. One may smile and be a villain. Forsooth, 'twas I, Shamsphere, did have a room full of the sweet fuel given. That's right, fellow jurors, didn't forget this man is a rotten thief.
I haven't forgotten. Kept all that about the ice coins a tidy secret, didn't you? You should have owned up sooner. Arrest him, I say. Arrest him at once, and let him feel the sting in my tail.
Oh, indeed, but by dint of vile and cowardly means have I plotted to further mine own ends, I confess. Thou wouldst not pardon my sins, of that I am sure.
If you acknowledge your wrongdoing, what exactly are you doing here?
Cowards die many times before their deaths, and for a coward such as I, death be well deserved. But would it that a still greater crime passeth unpunished? For lo, the father than Verona did contrive to poison me.
Objection!
But there was no poison in the tea found in your room. The police have attested to that. What the defense would assert as an inconsistency will quickly be cleared up by the witness's testimony. Is that not so, Mr. Shamsfair? Verily, my liege, I would most gladly speak. Very well. Let the witness testify to explain his inconsistency. Tell the court why it is that the poison apparently entered your body, though none was found in the tea. Okay. Witness testimony. The tea inconsistency. The Japanese man did come to my chamber with tea brewed in a pot. It was my cup alone that the wicked miscreant secretly poured his wicked poison. Whilst feigning distraction in our debate, nor did a drop of his own drink pass his lips. When he departed by and by, I did use the tea that remained in his cup to make my coins of ice. Thus, 'tis no surprise that the poison I found in the tea I did pour in the molds of soap. The poison was slipped into the cup after the tea had been poured. Normal way for the poison to be administered in my experience. Quite, otherwise it would be disastrous for the poisoner who picks up the cups, for instance. But no poison bottle was found in the scene. Because quite simply, the Nipponese took the bottle back to his own room. Ah, I didn't even think of that. The absence of the vessel containing the poison only becomes problematic when considering suicide. I knew that. I noted it perfectly clear. A bar or two of cheap soap. It's wholly insufficient to wash the deep stains of guilt from the accused hands. Ah! Sirs, madams, 'tis true that I Shamsfair be a common thief of gas. But, listen here, ladies and gentlemen. I like how straight he gets. Wherefore would I lie? Verily, I have no cause, I have naught to lose. Well, I do declare. Thank you for your testimony, witness. Counsel, proceed with the cross-examination. Yes, my lord. Inconsistency. I'll just, press everything, because I don't know. I understand that you were already acquainted with Mr. Natsume, is that correct? I know thee not, old man. All to thy prayers. Do I know thee, or know thee not? Methinks 'tis all I can know, that thy destiny mingles with mine. You lost me at the first thing to say. Sound, sir, thou must learn the English tongue, before thou turns thy hand to lawyering. I did, but I must have missed the archaic Elizabethan literature. Verily, and in truth, 'twas the fine flavoured brew. Though a drop of poison did bob its sweetness, as the thorn doth daub the sweet rose. That, dear friends, be the simple truth.
Mr. Shamsfair, he seems in even better form than he was yesterday.
Either that or I'm in worse form. Both. I have no idea what he's saying. The fated evening after I did my dine. At Grubb's Grubbery, a local alehouse of good report. Naught did pass my lips but the tainted black tea. But behold, the poison was not in the tea at first. That jumping always gets me. Press. Hold it! Are you saying that you saw the moment when the poison was added to your tea? To have witnessed the act, and then drank the tea, thou dost describe the actions of a fool? Quite so, quite so. But no one likes going thirsty, do they? Sooner would I die quenched than parched. Would I have the choice? Actually, on the night in question, the water main was frozen, I believe, wasn't it? Were it not for the tea, I sooth I would sooner have died frozen than quenched or parched. Right. No ice coins means no heating. The witness had more than one brush with death on the night in question, it would seem. Mind the court, Mr. Shamsfair. as to whether the accused drank any of the tea which he brought with him. With the greatest of pleasure, my liege.
Hold it!
But the teacup Mr. Natsume dropped from was found completely empty of the scene. And let's not forget the defendant's maxim, drink tea while it's hot. I did gulp the poison cup that night, and in mine agony did I writhe uncontrolled. In fits of pain I did knock the fellow's cup, and its contents spilt as blood from a gaping wound, methinks. Though suddenly 'twas after I made the coins of ice from the tea. An upset cup was found at the table that the victim was slumped over. There's no contradiction here.
It's true that there was no tea left in either cup that we found at the scene. But still, something about this statement is troubling me.
Yes, of course. I know what it is. It's Mr. Natsume's wise drink tea while it's hot maxim, isn't it?
No, I'm not sure that's it.
Thank you, witness. Now reiterate the court orders that occupied you after your guest had left before you drank your tea. Use that tea.
Hold it!
Yes, so that you could cheat the gas company, in fact. Isn't that right? To cheat or to die. That's life's only choice. Yes. Faith, to cheat be the wise choice, and mine occupation be not an ugly one. Prithee, dost thou not see beauty in the simplicity of the ruse?
No, I don't. And be very sure, sir. Once this trial's over, Altamas will take you to task over this legal task.
I shall not run, I shall not hide. Sooth to say, I have nowhere to run nor to hide. But, my lady, what wouldst thou with this pitiful player?
Oh, I'll tell you what I'd like to do with you. Starting with that shoddy shirt on your back.
Oh, 'tis time for Shem's dance.
What a harsh world we live in.
The thieving of the gas was addressed in yesterday's proceedings. Prosecution calls on the defense not to muddy the waters with irrelevancy. Consider that warning, counsel. Yes, my lord. Why am I the one in trouble here? Mr. Shamsford, after the accused returned to his own lodgings, he used this tea to make your coins. Is that correct? To cheat or to die, I did make the choice many moons ago.
Hold it!
If having first made your special coins it was after 2 in the morning, when you collapsed, that would mean you can't have drunk any tea yourself around that time. Once ensnared by literary debate, odd tales be found in the furrows of the mind. Wait, about Romeo and Juliet, you mean? And who was the stronger of the two? Rightly did I pay no heed to the tea I was wrestled with the abominable fellow. I don't remember debates like that when I was studying. Are you suggesting that neither of you actually drank the tea whilst it was hot that evening? My lord, wouldst thou be privy to some Shamsferian wisdom? Husband, wife, and tea, ought I tepid be?
Ah, yes, so very true. Everyone has different preferences when it comes to tea.
I think you might have interpreted that wrongly. So it's been proven that there was no poison in Sasaki-san's tea. That should be hugely in our favor. But the atmosphere in this courtroom today...
Feels as though everybody's against us, Mr. Naruto.
Must be the Reaper's poison.
I'm afraid if we don't find a significant flaw in this testimony somewhere, the jury will pounce and find Mr. Natsume guilty.
It really feels like we've jumped into the fire here. Wait, is this something I actually have to... Oh, I actually have to present evidence? Well, I probably should have checked evidence before. I didn't use tea. should probably check what I have in my evidence. I never did that. Cups used by Shams here. There's no tea ring on the inside of Natsume's cup. Okay. Aha. It should be this then.
Objection!
Claim that Mr. Natsume didn't drink a drop of tea on the night in question. But that's impossible. How? Chop logic? What is this, you darky clanned fiend? The two teacups from the scene, one used by the victim, and the other by the defendant, have a clear difference between them. One that represents incontrovertible proof. Incontrovertible? What difference? Look at the inside of the cups. Just here, there's a clearly visible ring. Yes, a tea ring. Commonplace enough. Indeed, such stains occur all too readily when one leaves tea in the cup for a while. And yet, Mr. Natsume's cup has no such ring. Good lord, you're right. It's completely clean. And prithee sir, what makest thou of it? Exactly what Mr. Natsume told the court yesterday. A Japanese saying he quoted. Drink. Tea. Oh, it's hot. That's right, yes. The jittery Mr. Natsume was true to his usual self that night and drank his tea in no time. If, as you claim in your testimony, he didn't touch a drop of his tea, a ring would have developed in the inside of his cup as well. After several hours, the tea was left standing. But, in short, Mr. Shamsfear, you clearly lied to the court. Get thee to another way. Put him in a jail.
Objection!
As a rule, I fill my hallowed chalice up to 7 times during any one trial. I should start counting. You might want to keep that information to yourself. Yet on occasion, TDM distracts me and I pour more times than I intend until the bottle is dry. Your drinking habits are fascinating, but irrelevant. On the contrary, they illustrate the fickleness of human memory. To William Shamsfair. Yes, my liege. Though you previously stated that you made the coins of ice from the leftover tea in the accused's cup, it could be that you were perhaps mistaken. Could it be that, yes, perhaps there was some tea remaining in the small teapot left at the scene? Stop coaching him. A fact that had vanished from your memory until now. Nope. Faith, my liege, thou art a magician. Oh, verily, 'tis as though thou hast seen with thine own eyes that night. What? Forsooth, I was mistook. I did plan to use the tea from the Japanese fellow's cup, but lo, when I looked, 'twas empty. Thus did I use the dregs that fester in the teapot, as my liege did suggest.
Objection!
Yeah. You're just suddenly remembering now that you made a mistake before? Are we supposed to believe that?
Objection!
I don't think Bensik's ever coached someone like that before. In the other case. People's memories are imperfect, my learned friend, which is why we rely on evidence instead. Huh? But in any case, it makes no difference. Victim's most recent testimony tells us 2 things of note. Firstly, the poison was put into the victim's teacup only. And secondly, that this spoiled cup was not the source of the insipid ice coins that have bewitched this court. The prosecution makes a fine summary of the facts. Furthermore, the testimony remains valid and full in support of the established facts. In other words, the inconsistency claimed by the defense simply does not exist.
No.
What does this mean then?
I do declare in my reins that there's no issue with the gas thief's testimony.
Apart from the bit about thieving gas, obviously. My lords, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I do solemnly swear, after I did dine at Krupp's Carberry alehouse that night, not did pass my lips with the black tea given me by the Japanese, whose back be stooped as low as death. And on what did you dine, sir?
Poison.
Why, I did partake in my favorites, a broth as would be called soup, and leaf as would be called salad. As insalubrious a menu as the establishment where it was served. But you gods will give us some faults to make us men. Willingly would I suffer what punishment 'tis seem fit to serve a wicked thief of gas, but I pray ye wise and noble fellows, never forget the simple truth. That be one thing and this be another. Huh? Eh? Sirs, all you humble servant Shamsfair doth entreat you, punish the Japanese fellow for his sins. Lord! If I may speak, my lord. Yes, Mr. Foreman. I believe we may have been duped by that rotten defense lawyer.
By me? I do declare you may be right.
We all know the waif there was making coins of ice to keep himself warm. But this lawyer lad says if he's stealing gas, he deserves a dose of poison, eh? He's been leading us up the garden path, that's what he's been doing. I really never said anything like that. But what we just heard from the victim there has opened our eyes again. We've reached a decision this time, and we won't be swayed from it. The court acknowledges the position of the jury foreman, and will duly hear the jury's findings.
What? No. You can't yet.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will state your decisions now.
Guilty!
Guilty.
Guilty!
Guilty.
Guilty! Guilty!
I hereby declare the jury to be in one accord.
Oh, happy day.
Alright guys, I'll think of the episode here, and then next time we'll continue with the summation examination. Thanks for watching, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, see ya, bye!